Good morning, my dear friends. This is Mohd Rafi, Faculty and Indirect Taxes. Now, from today, 4th August, continuously we have classes up to 11th of August to cover the entire syllabus of Indirect Tax Laws, paper number 5 for CA final, especially focusing our attention on the forthcoming exam of September 2025, where I am going to take up almost all the provisions in a simplified manner, presenting with the numeric examples. Exam oriented classes. Try to complete the entire syllabus to the extent possible by inviting the attention not only the subject content but also amendments. Recently, the institute has been uploaded in our CA website amendments supplementary applicable for our September 25 exam of CA final. These amendments from wherever applicable in the respective chapters, I will also cover that. And we'll focus attention on numerics, explaining the provision and presenting the numeric example. Resultantly, this is what I believe that you won't forget even after you qualify. The mission is to get highest scoring in indirect taxes among the 8 papers. With this, let's start now. Referring to you, my dear friends, being a first chapter from the GST law, scope of supply. Once I cover the entire GST provisions, I will enter into the customs and our journey is going to wind up with foreign trade policy. It's clear. And you are most welcome to ask the doubt and get clarified then and there. Not that after a completion of the provision, after completion of the class, you ask the doubt. Not so. That also can ask if you have the doubt that time. If while presenting my presentation, if you got stuck up or you want more clarity, you're most welcome to ask then and there. And you should have to have a calculator with you, at least your mobile phone where you have the calcs, because we are going to work out the numerics. As you are aware of that, the chapters at final level, scope of supply, exemptions under GST, reverse charge mechanism, composition scheme, time of supply, place of supply, value of supply, and input tax credit. All these chapters, all the chapters what I refer now is treating as elementary nature at final level, meaning they are going to be taken up from this comprehensive study to prepare comprehensive case study multiple choice questions. As you are aware of that, the institute has been very clearly said, these are the topics which are already the intermediate level. Again, we have mentioned in the final level with the intention to expertise the knowledge on these topics, where 30 marks MCQ for CA final compulsory question is going to draw from these chapters. It should very clearly say. These are the things where we're going to ask comprehensive level. Out of 100 marks of paper, 30 marks belongs to MCQs, compulsory. 70 marks you have to write descriptive nature and problems. So in this regard, scope of supply, focusing our attention. If there is no supply, GST not apply. Then what is a supply? Section 7 of the CGST very clearly referred, supply includes, supply excludes. As you are aware of that, all form of supply of goods or services such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, lease, rental or disposal for consideration in the course or furtherance of business is a supply. Further, import of services for consideration or a transaction between the association which is maybe registered, understood, supply the goods or services to their own members, or members supply to the association is also supply of goods or supply of services. Further referred, the import of services for consideration in the course or furtherance of business may or may not be exist is a supply. Further, they said transactions covered schedule 1 even without consideration, 7(1)(c) is a supply. Transactions covered under schedule 1 even without consideration is a supply. So consideration is must to apply the GST except the transactions covered under Schedule 1. Sir, what is Schedule 1 transaction? We have 4 transactions Schedule 1 where transactions even with the considerations apply. 1. Permanent transfer of business assets on which input tax kit has been availed. 2. Supply of goods, supply of services are both between related persons, between distinct persons in the course or furtherance of business. Provided employer given the gift to an employee not exceeding rupees 50,000 in a financial year, neither goods nor services. And point number 3 of Schedule 1 very clearly says supply of goods by the principal to his agent where the agent undertaken to supply the goods on behalf of the principal or otherwise. Supply of goods by the agent to his principal where the agent undertaken to receive the goods on behalf of his principal. The transaction between the principal and agent, even without consideration, if covered in the Schedule 1, is a supply. Point number 4, last point of Schedule 1. Import of services by a person from a related person or from an establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business is a supply. That means supply includes Section 7, Subsection 1, Clause A, Clause AA, Clause B, Clause C. And we too have supply excludes Section 7, Subsection 2, which talks about Schedule 3 transaction. There are 10 points are there. Supply excludes 10 points. One by one referring. Simplified one, it is there. I have given the material to you. Part 1 I am uploaded in the group. In that group, the end all available. Again, showing at a final level, reading one by one is valuable time we are going to be waste. Therefore, effectively utilize each day 5 hours. Effective utilize. Only focusing examination expectation. So, Schedule 3 supply excludes. What is excluded? GST not apply. What are they? 1. Employee provide these services to the employer in the course of his employment. The services offered by our honorable members of parliament or the state legislative assembly or panchayat, local authorities, elective representatives, supply excludes. Service offered by court or tribunal, which includes consumer dispute redressal commissions, supply excludes. Not attack GST. Further, services in relation to deceased person, transportation of deceased person, crematorium, mortuary services, supply excludes. Sale of land, sale of building, supply excludes, which is immovable nature. Thereafter, point number 6, actionable claims. Which actionable claims? Other than specified actionable claims, meaning thereby specified actionable claims covered under the supply includes as supply of goods. Reason Section 2, Subsection 52 of the CGST, the term goods referred. Goods includes specified actionable claims. What are they? Section 2, Subsection 1 or 2, capital A says 6 points. 1. Lottery, betting, gambling, horse racing, casino, online money gaming. These are the 6 are supply of goods which is excluded from the exceptions. Meaning supply excludes, exception is inclusion. Simple to say. Actionable claims, 2 types. 1. Actionable claim like promissory note. Now we can also say that fixed deposits, receipts. We can also say that the insurance claims, compensations. Now recently one is adding here the authorized person from Reserve Bank of India issuing vouchers, gift vouchers. Gift vouchers are called as a actionable nature, which is not a supply of goods. I refer to that point. Relax, the amendment provision, voucher. Voucher time of supply we have, voucher valuation we have, voucher is a taxable or not, we have a circular now. So we refer that point. Now actionable claims two types. One is fixed deposits, two insurance claims, three promissory notes, four the authorized Reserve Bank of India, authorized person from Reserve Bank of India selling vouchers also be actionable claim, which is not supply, supply excludes. Then other category of actionable claims, which is known as specified actionable claims, which is supply of goods. Supply includes the 6 points. Thereafter, point number 7, supply of goods from non-taxable territory to non-taxable territory without entering into taxable territory. It is supply excludes. If you want, I will give an example to you here. All my provisions will run with the example. Just I'm briefing the scope of supply to you before presenting the content. Just I'm briefing what includes, what excludes. Supply includes, supply excludes. Supply excludes, schedule 3. In that, one of the point number 7 talks about goods supplied for non-taxable territory to non-taxable territory without entering into taxable territory. Example, I am Mr. B of Bharat, Mr. B, Bharat, Bangalore. I am Bangalore person, registered person. I got an order to supply the goods from USA person. I said, hey, Mr. Buyer, USA, I am going to supply the goods, wait. Then in return, I contacted to M of Mexico. Hey, have you have the sufficient goods of so and so nature? M of Mexico said, yes, sir, sufficient goods are available with me. How many quantity you want? Then I said, I want so much of quantity. You please ship to my buyer at US. Bill to me, ship to, bill to. You aware of that? Bill to ship, you aware of that? Tri-party agreement. Who is the seller? Bharat from Bangalore. Who is the buyer? From USA. Now, to supply these goods, Bharat taken the help of M of Mexico. M of Mexico is a seller. B of the Bharat is a buyer. It is one transaction. That goods are moving from Mexico directly to USA. Mexico outside India, non-TT. Non-TT means non-taxable territory to US, non-taxable. Goods are moving from non-TT to non-TT without entering to India. In that case, the Bharat is going to bill to USA buyer. That supply, that sale is supply excludes. Schedule 3, point number 7. Then coming to point number 8. In that there are 2 points are there. Point, sub-point A, sub-point B. What is sub-point A? Imported goods before clearing for home consumption, warehoused. Warehoused goods before clearing for home consumption, supplied in India. Such a sale, supply excludes. With one example, you are from Indonesia. I am C of Chennai from India. C of Chennai from Tamil Nadu placed the order to purchase 100 air conditioning machines from Indonesian seller. That goods has been reached to the Chennai port. This particular C of Chennai submit the bill of entry. Which color bill of entry? Yellow color bill of entry, which indicates goods are required to warehouse. Goods now warehouse. Means the importer literally, practically deferred the payment of import duty. Now the goods are lying where? In the warehouse. That goods, Mr. C of Chennai sold to E of Ernakulam and got the payment. Such a sale, supply excludes. Reason? These goods after importation not cleared for home consumption. It's there in the warehouse. Warehouse goods has been sold before clearing for home consumption is supply excludes. Then one more point, point number B of sub point 8 of that particular schedule 3. Sir, goods have been dispatched from the country of origin outside India. Before the goods cleared for home consumption, that goods has been sold. by the importer. Means high CC. Meaning what? Goods has been dispatched from the Indonesia exporter. The goods has been started to move from Indonesia, which is halfway through ocean, about to reach the port, or maybe reach the port, but I have not cleared for home consumption. I have not cleared for home consumption, not cleared for warehousing. The goods are remains in the vessel, or the goods may be lying in the dock. The goods may be halfway through in transit. That goods on which documents of title the importer transferred to somebody else in India for consideration. That is also supply excludes. Newly now added point number 9, point number 10 in the schedule 3 as amendment with retrospective effect in the Finance Act 2024. There are two more points added in the schedule 3. One is called as the co-insurance premium. The other one is called as the ceding commission, reinsurance commission. First one, co-insurance premium. The next one, reinsurance commission, technically called as ceding commission. I will explain to you, don't worry. What do you mean by co-insurance premium? First listen to me, then I will present with the help of numeric example right now. Assume a scenario, co-insurance. My name is National Insurance Company. Your name is Oriental Insurance Company. We both of them joined together, covering the loss of stock of Tata Motors. Tata Motors stock 10,000 crores. They agreed to pay premium to us 100 crores to cover the loss of stock of 10,000 crores. Premium 100 crores we are charging, in which National Insurance Company charging 60%, means 60 crores of rupees premium, 60 crores of rupees of premium, and Old Insurance Company charging premium how much? 40%, namely 40 crores. We together charging 100 crores premium to insurance to the particular Tata Motors. Now among us, who is taking the highest risk? 60% risk, National Insurance. 40% risk, if Old Insurance Company. If tomorrow the loss of stock is taken place of, let us say, 100 crores, 10,000 crores has been lost. Out of 10,000 crores, 60% of compensation you have to pay National Insurance Company. That means National Insurance Company is carrying the highest risk. I am a lead insurer. My name is called what? Lead insurer. Your name is called what? Co-insurer. We both joined co-insurance providing to Tata Motors. Is clear? Tata Motors given the payment. How much? 100 crores premium. To whom paid? To National Insurance Company, because I am a leading person. And out of 100 crores, I am paying to my co-insurer how much? 40 crores. Now, this National Insurance Company, 18% GST, paid an entire premium. How much? 100 crores, 18% GST, 18 crores paid. To whom? To the department, GST department. Now, this 100 crores, tell me, my dear, suffer the GST. On 100 crores, 18% I am paying to department. I paid 18%, 18 crores. Out of 100 crores, 40 crores, that 40 crores already suffer the GST. That 40 crores, now I am paying to my co-insurer, namely Oriental Insurance Company. Now the question arises, Oriental Insurance Company received 40 crores. On that 40 crores, Oriental Insurance Company is liable to pay GST. Is it a supply for Oriental Insurance Company? Is a dispute. Prior to the amendment, prior to this Finance Act 2024, the law was such that department says, hey, you have to pay the tax. You are the supplier of 40 crores. You have to pay the GST on 40 crores. One company said, no, why should I pay the GST? I already suffered the GST 100 crores, suffered tax only I have received. Said by old insurance company, a dispute. Get my point, sir? This matter is hanging. In the Finance Act 2024, from 1st November 2024, the law got amended such a manner that this co-insurance premium, 40 crores, what received by old insurance company is supply excludes. From which period they have been announced this? From 1st November 2024 in the Finance Act 2024. And they said if it is supply excludes from 1st November 2024, what happened for the transaction prior to 1st November 2024? Now the amendment taken place here. This provision is applicable with retrospective effect from 1st July 2017. You get my point? Now, in this scenario, what happened, my dear? Old company said, I already paid the tax. When the department demanded, sometimes I paid the tax. Sometimes I dispute the department. I already paid the tax sometimes before. Paid or paid. Some of the cases not paid. Is a dispute running in the court. Now the law got settled as supply excludes co-insurance premium. Now what is the fate of the GST paid by the old insurance company on such co-insurance premium which is not liable to pay GST? Government said upon the recommendation of council, the matter past period has been settled, has been regularized as is where is basis. What do you mean by as is where is basis? Circular issue by CBIC. In the Finance Act 2024, many places you come across as is where is clause. As is where is clause generally used in the transaction of property buying and selling, especially immovable properties. That terminology has been used and said the past period in the given case of co-insurance premium has been regularized as is where is basis. Meaning, if you already paid the GST on such co-insurance premium, you are not entitled to claim refund. The cases for which you not pay the GST for the past period, not required to pay. Head department, you have no right to ask. Do not issue notices. Means it has been closed permanently without further dispute. If you already paid the GST, no refund. If not paid, department won't ask. Thus, such a class is called what? As is, where is basis. But this as is, where is basis, one should need to understand. Unless until you are aware of as is, where is basis, you cannot go for the exam of September 25. There is circular for this. As is, where is basis. This circular I am presenting, listen to me, in simplified manner. Just look on my forehead, you will understand it. As is, where is to how to handle, understand means under this particular as is, where is provision, a fraudster cannot able to gain. A fraudster cannot able to take the shelter under the as is, where is basis. A genuine taxpayer only can be take the benefit of as is, where is. Meaning what? There is a dispute. Department says you liable to pay GST 28%. Taxpayer says, sorry sir, this is classifiable under 5%, sir, not 28%, sir. Don't harass me, sir. Department says, no. It is 28% only as per our best of knowledge. Department claim is what? 28%. Taxpayer claim is what? 5%. I am Mr. A. I said, I am not going to pay 20%. I will pay 5% only. Anything come into the court of law, we will discuss. My product classifiable only 5% only. GST. It is not at 28% GST. Huge amount it is. How much difference? 28 minus 5. How much difference? 23% is different. Oh, that is big amount. I won't pay. I paid only 5%. You are a taxpayer, Mr. B. You paid. Why should fight with the department? Tolle poyidappo paid 28%. Is clear? You B paid 28%. As A, I paid 5%. It is a dispute between 5 or 28. Today, the law has been settled very clearly. It is classifiable and payable 5% only. From today, it's what? 5%. Previous period is as is where is basis. Meaning what? Regularized. Meaning what? A person who paid 5% so far continue to pay 5%. A person who paid 28%, excess how much paid? 23%, refund not allowed. Is clear? Is called as is where is basis. Many places in the Finance Act 2024 in the GST law you come across this terminology. Don't forget where we are. Supply excludes schedule 3 point number 9 we are referring co-insurance. Where I referred the past period regularized means as is where is basis. What do you mean by as is where is? I am explaining. I am explaining as is where is basis in the following manner. First point clear? Dispute between 5% or 28%, settled as 5%. Then the other person, whatever he paid excess amount, not able to refund. Coming to second category, as is where is explained by CBIC. They said a dispute between nil or 18%. A percent is nil or 18. Nil or 18 is a dispute. I am Mr. A, claim nil rate of tax. You, Mr. B, you paid 18% just. Today, the law got settled as nil, like insurance, co-insurance, supply excludes. Now, the person who so far paid nil and furthermore going to pay nil. The person, Mr. B, so far paid 18%, from now going to pay nil. In that case, the 18% paid person can ask for refund. The law got settled as in various basis. Meaning what? You are not eligible to claim refund. At the same time, the person who not paid previously not going to issue any notice. Is second category. Coming to third category. The dispute is 5% or 28%. Mr. A paid 5%, Mr. B paid 28% dispute. Mr. C, by looking this confusion, not paid anything. The dispute not nil and 28%. Dispute is only 5 or 28. But a person, Mr. C, by looking this, simply kept quiet, closing his eye and keep quiet. He is liable to pay 5%, if not 28%, but not paid at all. The dispute only 5% or 28%. Now the got settled 28%. Law got settled as a 28%. You are Mr. B, so far paying 28%, now further pay 28%. I am Mr. A, I paid 5%. So far, from now onwards, I am going to pay 28%. Now for me, for the previous period, 23% what I have not paid, department going to collect, the matter has been said as is, where is basis. Meaning, whatever you paid only, now only you pay 28%. No notice to be issued to you for the past period. Because I am goodbye, Mr. A. Mr. B also goodbye. Mr. C, a third person, very bad boy, who's not paid anything. For him, as is, where is applicable? No. Hey, Mr. C, you liable to pay GST from the day one, you liable to pay 28% with the interest till the date. That is called what? As is, where is basis, which is come across many places in the Finance Act 2024. Got the clarity? Now, co-insurance premium. National Insurance Company bearing 60%. 100 crores of premium. On 100 crores, GST paying 80%. Full gross premium, GST paid. From the gross premium, 40% sharing by National Insurance Company, to whom I paid 40 crores. Now, insurance company liable to pay GST on 40 crores. Losses is a co-insurance premium. From 1st November 2024, supply excludes. Previous period, whatever not paid GST, not required to pay. If already paid, don't ask refund. As is, where is, has been settled. Is an amendment there in the our particular indirect loss. Paper number 5, CA Institute issued amendments applicable for the September 25 examination. Up to what extent amendments, Raja? Up to 28th February 2025. Amendments are applicable for the coming exam of September 2025 CA final. In that amendment, it is there. Co-insurance premium. Got the clarity? Now, point number 10 of the Schedule 3, supply excludes. Reinsurance commission. Reinsurance commission supply excludes. If you listen to me, you will understand. You won't forget after qualifiers. I'm guaranteed for that. You come and say after qualifiers, sir, your point what you said in the class still remembering, sir. Regarding ceding commission, namely reinsurance commission. Reinsurance commission. Sir, I am the national insurance company, sir. I am giving loss of stock. National insurance company is giving loss of stock coverages to various clients. I have so much of a net worth, so much of a risk carrying also. Now, at one point of time, national insurance company verified their financial statement, their net worth 10,000 crores, for example. 10,000 crores. But they are carrying risk, loss of risk, 1 lakh crores. That means what? If the loss happened to the clients, this national company will get liquidated, carrying on their shoulder huge amount of risk. Now want to dilute. He's wanted to find a best partner. Here is one is insurance company, here Reliance company, here Bajaj company, insurance companies are there. Now, this insurance company approach Oriental Insurance Company, Bajaj, Reliance insurance companies. Can you able to take my risk, some of the risk? I will pay the premium to you. Premium I will pay to you. I will be in the business for you. Then I am asking, for giving such a big business to you, are you paying the commission to me? How much you pay the commission? What is company? How much you pay commission? What is company said? I will pay the commission to you 10%. Oh, 10% only. I asked the Bajaj. They said, we'll pay to you 12%. Reliance company, Reliance insurance company offering 20% commission. Then I said, hey, Reliance company, I love you. You are my best partner. Why? He's giving me huge amount of commission. Then I will give my business to him only, not to others. Yes or no? Then I said, hey, Reliance insurance company, come forward. I am paying the premium to you. How much you know? 500 crores premium to cover some of the risk. I myself insurance company undergoing with the reinsurance. I am an insurer. He is a reinsurance company. Reinsurance company charging how much premium now? 500 crores premium charging. Such a premium charged by the reinsurance company liable to pay GST? Yes. And on 500 crores, they promised to me to pay 20% commission. On 500 crores, 20% commission is equal to how much? 100 crores. 100 crores commission I am getting. From whom? Reliance Insurance Company. Now, I said, Reliance, look here. I am liable to pay premium to you how much? 500 crores. You liable to pay commission how much to me? 100 crores. If I pay 400 crores, is okay for you? Reliance says, okay. Both are very same or not? Take 500, give 100, or take directly net 400 crores. So I paid 400 crores. Got the clarity? Now, this particular, the Reliance Insurance Company, reinsurance company, paying the GST on the gross premium. How much gross premium? 500 crores. On 500 crores, 18% GST, 90 crores. 90 crores. Correct, Amma? 90, yeah? 9 crore. 9 crores seems to be. 90, 500 crores, no? Yes. On 500 crores, that Reliance company paying to department how much? 18% GST, 90 crores. On the gross reinsurance premium, they pay the GST, correct? That out of 500 crores only, that company paying to me how much? 100 crores. Now the point here is that 100 crores commission earned by the national insurance company as called as ceding commission, namely reinsurance commission. Whether in the hands of the national insurance company, that 100 crores reinsurance commission attract the GST? A question mark. The law was silent earlier. This company, insurance national company, paid the GST on 100 crores, 18%, 18 crores. Department insisting to pay. Now what happened? Out of 500 crores, this 100 crores. 500 crores gross premium going to pay the GST by the reinsurance company. Again 100 crores should be paid the GST, not a double taxation. Therefore, from 1st November 2024, reinsurance commission, namely ceding commission, supply excludes. Very good. That means condition apply. National insurance company getting reinsurance commission 100 lakhs, if so, 100 crores, if so, that is not taxable in the hands of national insurance company, with the condition that the reinsurance company charging the premium, reinsurance premium, how much? 500 crores. On the gross premium, he has to pay the GST. Though the reinsurance company received net of the commission 400 crores, but the GST only paying on 500 crores, then the commission of 100 crores in the hands of the national insurance company not taxable from 1st November 2024. Is it clear? Now what happened? The previous period prior to 1st November 2024, from 1st July 2017, from the day one of inception of the GST law, I am paying the GST and the reinsurance commission. I am paying so far. So many crores of rupees I paid to department GST. What is the fate of it? The law clearly said the matter of prior to 1st November 2024 has been settled as is various basis. Meaning, whatever paid only. Who asked you to pay? You be stand with your law. Do not tempt. Just because of the department send the notice, do not tempt and pay. Take your auditor advice, chartered accountant, you consult. Take his opinion, proceed. Why not you approach the chartered accountant? Penalize. If you approach chartered accountant, he will say, wait, பொறுத்திருப்பா என்னப்பா போதே கொஞ்சம் பொறுத்து சொல்லுவார் அவர். Means he will say, wait for some time. What is going to happen? Let us see the law properly. There are cases where those who are honest taxpayers pay the taxes. Later on, they are unable to claim refund. Those who not paid the taxes, not required to pay, enjoying by not paying the tax. Because of this clause called as is, where is basis. But anyhow, my point here is supply includes, supply excludes. Got the clarity? Any difficulty? No difficulty. So once you understand the scope of supply, now I am presenting in front of you, my dear, certain amended provisions from the chapter called as scope of supply. Yes, Amma. Yes, brother. Loudly. 1 minute, 1 minute, wait. 1 minute, wait, bro. Can you catch? Yes, you can catch. Excellent. Hold the mic and speak, my dear.
Reinsurance commission, the example what you have given is that you said that there's a proviso is there where the 100 crores the reinsurance commission gets excluded only if the reinsurer pays GST on that 500 crores gross
Absolutely.
premium.
Correct.
Is the same proviso is there in co-insurance where 60-40 you said the example, right? The 40 will get excluded only if that person lead insurer pays 100 crores or 60 crores.
On 100 crores.
So that proviso is there for both.
Absolutely.
Okay.
With that condition only, this is qualified
Okay.
under Schedule 3.
So the lead insurer have to pay on 100 crores.
Yes. Supply excludes, condition applies.
Thank you.
It's clear. Any difficulty? No difficulty. Then I will take up. Yes. You keep with you. You keep with you whenever you have. See, one more I have the mic here. See, this and all mics are highly useful. What happened? No, we are recording also. Simultaneous telecasting, broadcasting to the various across the India basis. Students may be available from outside India also. Across the India, there are many students are attending online. These are live online classes. Face-to-face classes, because of CF final level, people are so busy running here and there for audit and all, finalizing the balance sheet and all. That's why the facility of recording mode also available with the simultaneous recording going on. Where should I ask the doubt when I given the reply to you people? My reply only is recording in a proper manner. The student doubt is not there. Because the answer without question. So to avoid that only the mic is this. And this mic not required for the online students who are attending through online. They can straight away can speak with me by unmuting their mic. They can speak with me, that properly recording automatically. Then listen with mute. Get my point, sir? Any difficulty, my dear friends? So scope of supply referred. Now I'm referring September 2025 examination amendments applicable. From that area I'm referring to you. Scope of supply. One first point here. Amendment is what is this amendment means. A clarification here is penal charges. Dear friends, what is mentioned here? Penal charges. Actually, my dear, this is earlier we used to call it as penal interest. Now it is renamed as a penal charges. What do you mean this? First of all, penal interest na enna. Very simple, sir. You are aware of that. Transaction in money. Money that generates money. Money neither goods nor services. You are aware of that? Section 2, Section 52, goods excludes money. Section 2, Section 102, service excludes money. That what do you mean is money? Legal tender, Raja. Legal tender. RBI recognized currency is called what? A legal tender. Such a legal tender is given to somebody. For example, you are a CA student. You are a CA student, final student. My name is Bharatwaj Institute. Is clear? You want education loan. Bharatwaj Institute given to you education loan 5 lakhs. For example, just I am telling you. For example purpose, Bharatwaj Institute given to you loan how much? 5 lakhs. Means money only. You are a honest person, studied well, qualified. Then you started to repay. You repaid over a period of a couple of months. You paid 6 lakh rupees. Apo, how much interest earned by the Bharatwaj Institute? 1 lakh. This 1 lakh interest, a transaction in money. Can you agree with me? A transaction money. That 1 lakh, not a supply, neither goods nor service. Vis-a-vis a bank, once you qualified as a chartered accountant, banks are financial institutions. Bajaj Finance offering professional loan. Just to give your CF final degree certificate along with the membership number of the institute, we will grant you immediately in the same day 50 lakhs of professional loan. You are aware of that or not? No, I do not know. It is available. 50 lakhs, no need of any security. Your degree is enough. Sir, I want to open a new office. The office want to renovate, sir. Very good. Most welcome. We are ready to come to your doorstep, and the same day application, when you make same day with a 0 days delay, we grant it. By evening the same day, you get the amount in bank account 50 lakhs. Such a loan is called professional loan. Who offered a Bajaj Finance? How much offered to you? 50 lakhs. You going on repaid 60 lakhs. How much the Bajaj Finance earned? 10 lakhs interest. Correct? This interest nothing but what? Money transaction. What the Bajaj Finance given to you? Money. What you given back to them? Money. So the interest is a transaction. Interest on deposits, loans and advances is exempted supply under GST. Is a transaction money. Exempted supply under GST. Is clear? But this you cannot apply general cases. For example, I'm a buying and selling of laptops. My name is Hewlett Packard HP. I sold laptop to you for rupees 2 lakhs on credit basis. You repaid to me over a period of time 2,50,000. I earn the interest how much? 50,000. Is taxable or not? Taxable. It is not a transaction money. Then how to understand, sir? The main supply is what? Supply of goods. Taxable, na? 18% GST, laptop. Accretion thereon is also taxable. What rate? Same 18%. Coming to Bajaj Finance, they are given to you loan. How much? 50 lakhs is the money. Neither goods nor service. That main supply not taxable. The interest end on that. How much? 10 lakhs. Also be not taxable. Is a clarification of the CBIC in the recent past. That is what? Interest. Interest on loan. Interest on deposits. Interest on advances is supply excludes. Namely, exempted nature of nature. Now, bank is given to you, sir. State Bank of India given to you, let us say, a particular home loan. Means what? Loan is granted, you purchase the home. You are repaying with the interest. Now, bank, HDFC Bank, for example, given the loan to you of 2 crores, you repaid 2 crores 50 lakhs. That 50 lakhs is what? Interest on loan. Loan taxable? Interest thereon? Not taxable. So 2 crores loan you repaid in installments, correct? Over a period of time, over a period of 3 years, 4 years or 5 years, you paid how much? 2 crores? 50 lakhs. The 50 lakhs not taxable because interest on loan. Now, while repaying in installments with the interest, you are one installment not repaid because you are a busy person, you went outside India and you held up over there busily and you are unable to repay because not EMI facility, which is you have to make the process, you have to make the payment. That payment you one per installment not made. You are busy person. Because of default of any installment, department, the GST, the particular, sorry to say, the banker charging penal interest. Penal interest it was. Reserve Bank of India got a doubt. Why penal interest? Is penal interest? Means interest and interest. RBI should not be charged interest on interest. Nor RBI banks should not charge interest and interest. Correct, amma? இப்போ இது பார்க்கும்போது என்ன ஆகுது? Interest on loan not taxable. Penal interest nothing but interest on interest. So the word is not appropriate here. This is for default of repayment of loans, correct? Then why should we have to be considered as a penal interest? Reserve Bank of India instructed to bankers and other institutions, henceforth default repayment of loan, do not charge, do not name as penal interest, you please rename as a penal charges. Is clear? These are the facts of the case. Now what happened here, you know, my dear? When the penal interest charged by the banks, department understood that it is a main supply not taxable, therefore interest not chargeable thereon, penal interest also interest nature, therefore not taxable. It was the impression, law is well cool, not taxable. When the banks started to charge penal charges is a consideration. Department send the notices, banks say you have to pay GST and charges. Sir, it is nothing but penal interest. Penal interest we used to call, now we renamed as penal charges, sir. Same one and same only, sir. Default of a repayment of installments only we are charging, sir. No. We do not know. You please pay the GST notices issued by department. Then the CBIC should make IR department officers fill formation. Try to understand. This is a change in the RBI. Instead of charging penal interest, the RBI circulated a circular to charge in the name of penal interest, charge as a penal charges. Instead of penal interest. A replacement of a name. Madras replaces Chennai. That means there are no two cities. Madras is separate city, Chennai is separate city. What is city called so for Madras? Now we replace as a Chennai. Both are one and same. So penal interest now replace as a penal charges. Therefore, do not charge the GST. Circular issued by the CBIC to field formation is an amendment. Question definitely will come in the examination. Penal charges for repayment of loan, default of installments. Taxable or exempt? Exempted, you have to say. What is the status for penal interest? Same as penal charges. Is clear, my dear friends? So, scope of supply, there is only amendment available in the exam point of view. We have covered. Now, we covered so much. Supply. Such a supply sometimes called composite supply. Such a supply sometimes called as a mixed supply also, my dear. In that case, how to understand what do you mean by composite supply? What do you mean by mixed supply? Simple to say that section 8 of the CGST, composite supply, not composition scheme. Composite supply. Two or more supplies supplied together, having a single price. In the ordinary course of business, one cannot supply separately is called what? A composite supply. The best classical example presenting in front of you is as follows. I am Mr. Rafi, MBBS doctor, MS surgeon. You get my point? I am MS surgeon, master of surgery. I want to perform the operation for the patient who is inpatient, heart surgery. Myself doing the surgery for the patient to save the life of the patient. While doing so, I need some medicine, some ointments, certain pharmaceutical equipments are required. I have been used. In an operation theater, I perform the surgery. Successful. Patient is very happy. After 2 days, he woke up and smiling. Get my point, sir? So, I have did my service labor, means my professional activity, service. And the operation taking place in the operation theater, operation room charges. While performing the operation, medicine which is used as a goods, as a consumables. So, there are following supplies. One, the authorized medical practitioner services. 2, operation theater room charges. 3, medicine, goods, service, first 2 service. Thereafter, the goods. Goods attract the GST 12%. Operation room theater room charges, if the renting of room per day 1 lakh rupee. 1 lakh rupee per day, for which GST 18%. I perform my operation by using my profession as an authorized medical practitioner. My supply of service under the healthcare nature exempted. All put together is supplied. Can you tell me, is it possible to supply separately? Medicine only supplied. Oh, Wishtom. Ille, operation room only is there, doctor not available. So doctor available, medicine available, room not available. Operation, that is important. One of the specifiedly made it for the operation purpose. All these 3 goes hand in hand in the ordinary course of business. You get my points? All put together, charges are charged 5 lakh rupees. Sum of the element taxable 12%, sum of the element 18%, sum of the element nil rate of GST. All 2 or more supplies supplied together as a combo in the ordinary course of business, price is 5 lakh rupees. Now, is it taxable or not taxable? Is what type of supply? Composite supply, mixed supply, or a separate supply? It cannot be separate supply. It can be composite supply, if not a mixed supply. When it is a composite supply, the supply made by me, which cannot be supplied independently, isolately, I cannot provide separately. I have to provide together. In that case, is a composite supply. No, sir, I can able to provide separately if possible. Then is a supplied by mixing into one basket is called what a mixed supply. Now in the given case of my example of operation conducting operation theatre by the authorized medical practitioner using the medicine is composite supply. In that you have to identify predominant element, means the principal supply you have to identify. Which one is the principal supply without which the performance cannot be able to perform, which is authorized medical practitioner. Without his presence, nothing is possible. Is called predominant element. As a result, entire file elements will be classified as healthcare services, which is qualified from exemption to GST. Get my points? Then coming to mixed supply, what do you mean that? Here also the elements are almost the same. Single price tag, multiple supplies, supplied together. Example, I am seller of cell phone. I am a seller of wallet. I am a seller of watch. All the three had independent market? Yes. But I am mixing all the three as a gift hamper. Just 9,999. Like that if I supply, it is called what a mixed supply. If so, its taxation as per the highest rate of tax among the supplies. So one is 12%, other one is 18%, another one is 5%. 5, 12, 18, which is highest? 18. 18% apply the entire value of rupees 9,999 rupees in our given example. Got the clarity, my dear friends? Any difficulty in the notice? If you have no doubt, I can able to present in front of you a problem on it. Then I will give a break of 10 minutes to you people. Then again we'll come back. We'll go like that only. So in this process, I am bringing you notice one numeric example. The numeric example is not available with you because it is my workbook. The workbook will also be sharing to you. Hopefully, I will check with my Bharatwaj Institute people whether they are possible to share this particular workbook also can be shared. This is a classroom discussion where the workbook is nothing but your past exam question papers followed by your RTP, your MTP, your examination question paper followed by your study material. These combinations, summation, including the case law oriented MCQs. In this combination, I prepared workbook in such a manner that which has more than 350 problems. 350 problems with the latest amendments. The main drawback of the scanner here is amendments are not available. The past data will not updating the new amendment. Earlier taxable, now exempted. Earlier exempted, now taxable. Get my points? That amendments has not been taken, but this book has been fully, thoroughly updated. And that material is also available CMA Institute website final level persons. Anybody here for CMA final, indirect tax laws and practice 100 marks paper, for them this is the institute material. The resource person is the person sitting in front of you. Get my points? And the person also be author for the paper number 19 of the indirect tax laws and practice study material course material issued by CMA Institute final level. Sitting humbly in front of you for taking the classes with a nice manner, smiling face. It's clear. Let's take up one problem. Hopefully this will be sharing to you maybe afternoon lunch break. I will share with you this workbook. I will share in the group. The group is created for us. Now the question I am reading here as follows. I hope so you answer this. Easy. Examination question it is. RTP question it is. Mr. Rohan, a registered supplier from Pune, Maharashtra, has made the following supplies in the month of March. Supply of gaming monitor along with a keyboard to a customer in Delhi for rupees 65 exclusive of GST. Supply of 8,000 stationery kits items at rupees 60 each, amounting 4,80,000, exclusive of GST, to Arun bookstores in Nasik, Maharashtra. Each kit consists of one notebook, one pen, one pencil case. 120 stationery kits are given as a free gift to Pune customers on the occasion of Rohan's birthday. Each kit consists of one notebook and one pen. The cost of each kit 40 rupees, but the pen market value of such kit or similar value of the goods is not available in the market. Input as kit has not been availed on the goods contained in the kit. Fourth one, wedding planning service provided free of cost to his sister for her daughter's wedding in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. The cost of providing the said services is 90,000 rupees, but the open market value of such services or similar services is not available. 1,600 chairs and 150 coolers hired out to Royal Banquet Hall, Aurangabad, Maharashtra for rupees 3,90,000 rupees, the exclusive of GST, including the cost of the transporting the chairs and coolers from Rohan's warehouse in Pune to the Royal Banquet Hall, Aurangabad. Assume the rate of GST as under: the gaming monitor 18%, keyboard 28%, notebook 18%, pen 20%, pencil case 12%, wedding planning service 5%, hire or rental of chairs or coolers 12%, transportation service 5%. Based on the given details above, determine the GST liability, GST, as the case may be, for the Rohan for the month of March. What a nice problem. This is very simple, my dear. No consideration, no GST, unless covered in the Schedule 1 is a statement. Second one, composite supply. One can view here. Other one, mixed supply can also view here. Separate can also view here. Let us see. One by one we answer. This workbook with the solution, my dear. The workbook with the solution that I will provide to you. But in the class, with the examination spirit, we look only the question. Even after giving the material to you, you have to look only exam point of view. Examination answer kodupangla. Tamila, Telugu, what's your good name, brother? You are from? Huh? Sankesh. From Chennai. Jharkhand. Kerala. Manslai. Good name, please. Manish. Prince. Excellent. In the Kerala, which part of Kerala? Very good. You are from Chennai. Just because I am using the apopo. Rare of the rare one, I use the Tamil word. Telugu also use it. Kerala also can sometime Malayalam, but not much occasion. But my focus attention 99.9% English only. And friendly talk I will say sometimes. Even though I say in Malayalam and Telugu or Hindi or Tamil, I will repeat that twice, thrice in English. Then only I will take up, because our mother tongue always we have mother tongue. Yes. So now come back here. Supply of gaming monitor. Gaming monitor, they said rate of GST 18%. Keyboard 28%. 18%. Keyboard is 28%. Now you tell me, brah, gaming monitor, keyboard, generally private ordinary course of business. Keyboard customer monitor only, how can you do? Keyboard is required, na? Keyboard is required or not? This is a keyboard required. So therefore, is a composite supply, mixed supply, supply? Composite supply you can take. It has separate market. I agree. But monitor when I am supplying along with the keyboard, not monitor separately. Not a monitor separately. Again, this point is, sir, is a composite supply or a mixed supply? There is no clear-cut standards. We won't have any standards. It should be apply generally acceptable accounting principles. We cannot able to bifurcate like accountant. Accountant says this is what you have to follow. But that type of bifurcation difficult here. That's why we have many case laws under the GST from the chapter called as composite mixed supply, section 8. Yes. I will show you for this particular point because the doubt has been asked, Mama. From the exam point of view, what is says the law? What is the judicial interpretation? Alone you follow. Once you qualified, then you fight with your knowledge, which has no importance. But for the time being, our target is highest marks in IDT, mission highest. IDT highest marks. My students has been got 80s, 70s, 80s. I am not propagating like others. One of my students got 91 marks in IDT out of 8 papers, all India first rank holder, John Betro. One student, all India 11th rank, Mr. Krishna Jayendran. How much he got IDT? 97 marks. Even today is in the website of mine. I have been interviewed with them. How you got this marks? Tell me to our students. Therefore, 70s, 80s assault our with one condition. I am the faculty, you are my student, should attend the class without missing. That is important, no? Chumma 1 hour class poiti, Rafi sir student 97 marks varalena eppudu varum. How will come unless you attend the class regularly and studied? Your contribution important. So your doubt got no ma. This doubt I want to clarify with the case law. What happened? I am a seller of the UPS. No, uninterrupted power supply, UPS. UPS is giving the power backup once power switch off 5 minutes maximum, 6-7 minutes. Thereafter it start beep, key, switch off. Means I'm going to switch off, you have to save your data. I want external battery, means power backup. UPS 18% GST, for example. The external battery 20% GST. Those who are asking, I am supplying separately. You want UPS, take it, 18% GST. You want external battery, 20% GST. You want both, I club both and supply to you. Like that, I separate both together. The taxpayer says is a composite supply. Predominant element is a UPS, GST 18% for the entire supply. Departments, no, is a mixed supply because independent market is there. Therefore, 18% not applicable. Highest rate what? 20% is applied for the entire supply. There was a case law here. Now, with understandability, you tell me what you understand. You tell me, madam, is it composite supply or mixed supply? Independent market is there, I separate both into one basket. Tell me, you use your knowledge. Don't bias with any other person. Is composite or mixed? Mixed supply. You, sir? Tell me, sir, your knowledge. Use your word. Mixed supply. You, sir? Composite. You, sir? Mixed supply. Sir, this has been a dispute. Not free from dispute. The matter went to the judiciary. I will tell you. I will show you right now here. Here, there is a AVO switch. The West Bengal AAAR, Appellate Authority for Advanced Ruling, given the ruling here by saying that such a supply where it has independent market separately can supply. Here UPS separate, external battery separate, but now you together supplying both is mixed supply said by the judiciary in the case of switching AVO Electro Power Limited. But fortunately, unfortunately, CA final level as of now not introduced the case laws. But case law oriented questions are there. Not demanding to quote case laws of GST. Examiner CA final very keen to ask case laws in the customs law. If you remember the past exam question paper, they said, decide the case with the help of decided case law and the customs law is there. Such a questions. Plenty of case laws are there in GST, but they have not touched so far. They have not entered into that field. Because of GST is emerging, changing subject, hot cake subject. Let us understand the topics further. Once the law got settled, definitely the institute will come forward with separate compendium book on GST case laws applicable for CFL. But for the time being, case laws are not specifically demanding to write in the exam. From the GST part of view, from the question part of view, yes, they're asking. Is clear, Amma? Now coming to this question here. Here, gaming monitor supplied along with a keyboard and price only 65,000. Here, this will be considered. See, I am considering this as a composite supply because here, by considering composite supply, the rate of GST 18% will apply because it is almost very close with each other. Monitor with the keyboard and monitor. See, laptop is coming with the keyboard only. Desktop only if I purchase keyboard is important again. Without keyboard I cannot work now. So I consider the composite supply. If the dispute comes department, then we have judiciary to refer. Get my point, sir? There are case laws I am going to present by clarifying your many doubts over a period of time. When we come to input tax credit chapter, gigantic manner I present to you with the help of a basic documentary evidence available with us now. You won't forget. Ipo, gaming monitor and the keyboard I am considering as what? A composite supply. So what is the amount? 65,000 at rate of 18%. Because predominant element is what? Monitor, not the keyboard. So 18% GST. How much comes? 1,000? 11,700 is a international supply, seems to be. Delhi wala buyer. So supplier here is Pune, Maharashtra. IGST will apply. Is clear, Raja? Now, whenever there is a problem containing place of supply and supplier location different, IGST clearly you have to mention as IGST. If it is intra-state supply, you have to present CGST, HGST, if not CGST, UDGST. If you misplace it, answer may be correct, but you may not be get full marks, my dear. Presentation is important. There the scoring will come. All are good. All are written well, but one person got 80, one person got 90, one person got 97. Why the difference? Presentation is important. Now please come back. Point number 2. Supply of 8,000 stationery kits at 60 rupees each, 4,80,000 consists of one notebook A, one pen A, one pencil A. All together is supplied. Is a mixed or composite? Mixed. So here notebook, pen, pencil. Notebook what rate? 18%. Pen 20%. Pencil 12%. So 18, 12, 18, 28%. Highest rate is applicable for the entire supply, which is 28%. Now, where the person is located in Maharashtra, supply also Maharashtra. Therefore, you have to go with the CGST 14%, HGST 14%. Separately, 67,200, 67,200. That should be appear on the screen or on the answer sheet. Then only answer examiner will say, okay, it's correct, is correct, is correct. If both together, if you show, how much comes here? 13, 1 lakh, 34, 400. This is disappearing answer. If you mention that in the answer sheet, exam will feel uncomfortable. This 1 lakh 34, 400. It should be 67, 200, no? Not happy. You put like this. But entire answer won't go. You get step marks. For this, 2 marks. For this, 2 marks gone. For this, 1 mark. Like 5 marks. 5 marks, 2 marks gone? No. 3 marks only getting. A silly mistake. Correctly presenting incorrect manner. Correct answer, incorrect manner presented. That be care, take care. Now please come back. Further, my dear. Point number 3. 120 stationery kits are given as a free gift to Pune customer. Customer need party, yeah? Customer is a real person, I'm asking. No. Therefore, freely given to customer. Where they have not availed the input tax kit also. That means not covered under Schedule 1. No consideration, not cover Schedule 1. Then, not a supply to apply GST. No consideration, no GST unless covered under Schedule 1. Is it clear, my dear? Further, point number 4 here. Wedding planning services provided free. This is also free of cost to his sister for her daughter's wedding. Sister, brothers, sisters. 8%. When coming to picture, section 2, section 49 of the CGST defines the family, spouse and their children, and parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters who are mainly, wholly depending on such person. Now, Rohan's sister is depending on Rohan. That is there. Huh? Unless that word appears, we cannot simply call them sisters. I mean, related parties. We cannot simply call them related parties. We simply cannot call them family. As a result, since sister who received the wedding services from Rohan is not specifically mentioned wholly depending on Rohan, we assume and presume non-married persons, not a same family. As a result, favor to the taxpayer, not required to pay tax. When there is a, listen my dear, final level of CA, he testing, once you qualify, you are the person going to practice. You have to be successfully practice in the GST for the customers or the clients to safeguard their assets. When there is a benefit of doubt, you please go along with the taxpayer. In the absence of adequate information, we assume they are not real parties. They are not the same family member because the word wholly depending on Rohan is disappeared. Hence, non-real parties. Therefore, no consideration, not covered under Schedule 1. Therefore, not a supply. Here also, not a supply. Coming to here, 1600 chairs, 150 coolers, hired out to Royal Banquet Hall, Aurangabad, Maharashtra for rupees 3,90,000, including the cost of transportation of the chairs and cooler from Rohan's warehouse to the Royal Banquet. That means there are two supplies, brother. One is hiring, other one is transportation. Hiring what rate? 12%. Transported 5%. So, is it composite supply or mixed supply? Composite supply only. One cannot carry the chairs and cooler on their head. So, transport is embedded. Therefore, composite supply. Principal supply, hiring. Therefore, 12% apply on entire supply. 3,90,000. What rate? 12%. 12%. 12% will apply. 12% means where they are the banquet hall in Aurangabad, Maharashtra only. Therefore, CGST 6%, HGST 6%. 6% how much? 30? 33,000? 23, 23,400 CGST, 23,400 HGST in the given case. Then how to present in the examination? Presentation very important, my dear. Look, first of all, you have to have answer with the correct number, statement showing liability, GST liability of Rohan for the month of March, and the presentation columnar, not a statement wise. Do not write for the God's sake statement wise. Hey, mister, you are the accountant. You have to present in accounting language the answers. It should be a tabular form, columnar form. Not required to take the sketch pencil or what we call sketch pencil and code. Not like that. Self-designed columns. You give margin yourself. Have a chronological order, column wise. Not required any scale and pencil. So like that, IGST, CGST, HGST. Thereafter not supply. Okay, fine, fine. CGST. So this much liability pay. Excellent. Note given. Working note should form part of the answer. You are aware of that. Thereafter, applicable rate. Very good. Excellent. 5 marks a question out of 5, 5. Yes. That is the reason the students are getting 80s, 90s, 90 plus. Now please come back. With this, we have understood scope of supply. Understand, sir? We furthermore have some advanced concept scope of supply, which is our cup of tea in final level, which I will take up after having the break of 10 minutes from now. Is clear? Just relax for 10 minutes, come back, we'll continue from here further.
போன மாசம் ஃபுல்லா அவருக்கு டைஃபாய்டு போயிடுச்சு. போன மாசம் படிக்கவே இல்லை. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி செப்டம்பர் 2 குரூப்பும் இருக்கிறது வேற வாங்கிட்டேன். அது மாட்டிட்டு மேல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் குரூப் எழுதுனேன். வேற கொஞ்சம் மாட்டி தரப்படுத்தி 2 குரூப்பும் எழுதிட்டு எனக்கு தெரியல. எனக்கு ஆக்சுவலி ஈஸியா இருந்தது இருந்துச்சு. மார்க் ரொம்ப இருந்துச்சு. ரொம்ப எல்லாரும் எல்லாரும் புரிஞ்சதெல்லாம் வந்து கம்மியா இருந்துச்சு. எனக்கு ராமேஸ்வரம் வீடியோ ஒரே ஸோ எங்க போனாலும் கேஸ் வந்து நைட்டோட நைட்டாக போய் எடுத்து விட்டுருவாங்க. சரி ஓகே வேணாம் பண்ணுறதுக்காக வேணாம். நான் பரதாஜில் தான் வந்து சிபிடி நான் ஃபைனல் டிகிரி அவ்வளோதான் லாஸ்ட் பேட்ச். அப்புறம் என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு, இன்டர்வியூ இங்கே ஜாயின் பண்ணோம். பட் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி மாறிட்டாங்க, எங்கள் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரே வேறு மாதிரி போயிடுச்சு. இதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இங்கே பார்க்குறேன். நான் நிறைய பேர் வருவாங்கன்னு நினைச்சிட்டு நானே எல்லாரும் ஆன்லைன் பட் அங்கே அந்த அட்டென்ஷன் கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. எங்க ஒர்க் பண்றீங்க? இருக்குல்ல bro. நான் ஒரு வருஷத்துல உட்கார்ந்து அதை ரெண்டு முடிக்கணும். போன தடவை வந்து போன தடவை போட்டு மூணாவது நாள் நான் வரும்போது இங்க அதனால மேல போய் சாப்பிட்டு நான் ஆக்சுவலி என் பழைய பக்கத்தையெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்து இப்படி வேண்டிய வரலாம்னு இருந்தேன். யாருமே இல்லை. ரொம்ப பாவமா இருந்துச்சு. நான் வந்து குட் மார்னிங் சொன்னே கிளாஸ் இருக்காங்க. அப்புறம் பேக் சரி ஓகே ரொம்ப சுத்தமா உங்களுக்கு அந்த இதுல இருக்காது. பேசி 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 நமக்கு அந்த இது நல்லா சொல்லிக்கிறாரு. நான் பயந்தேன். நான் தருணோட எக்ஸாம் கஸ்டமர் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் மனசு ஓரளவுக்கு புரியுது. கஸ்டமர்ஸ்க்கு அடுத்த நாள் நான் ஜேசி ஸ்கோப்ல இருந்து ஆரம்பிக்க மாட்டேன். மேல ஆரம்பிக்கிறது நான் வந்து இதுல அது வந்து அப்பீல்ஸு பெனால்டி இப்படி ஆரம்பிப்பாரு. துடிக்கிறேன் நான் லஞ்ச்லயே போன தடவை மேல பார்க்க வச்சேன். 500 ரூபாய் கட்டுறேன். 5 நாள் அதனால இங்க 8 நாள் போனாங்க. ஆக்சுவலி நான் முன்னாடி எம்டியில் வந்து இன்டர் கேவலமாக போனாலே நான் எம்டி போயிட்டு தருணம் வேற ஆளு எம்டியில் என்ன சொல்றது இப்பெல்லாம் ரொம்ப பெருசாக இருக்காங்க அவங்களுக்குலாம் கிடையவே கிடையாது வந்து 80 ஜோக்ஸ்லாம் வரும் பயங்கர அந்த மனசுல இல்ல ஸோ எல்லாமே கொஞ்சம் பேச மாட்டாரு பசங்க மட்டும்தான் பேசுறாரு நாங்க கிட்ட பேசுறா டவுட் அப்படின்னா அவர் வந்து அந்த சீட் தான் பேசுறாரு அப்படியே ஓகே அப்படிதான் சரி ஓகே நீங்க எப்படி பார்த்தா ரிவிஷன்லாம் ஆரம்பிச்சாச்சுன்னா ரிவிஷன்லாம் ஆரம்பிச்சா இல்ல ஜிஎஸ்டி ஓகே ஐடிபி ஓகே மீட்டிங் தான்
நான் சொன்னேன் எனக்கு மைண்ட் வந்து மே பார்த்து
நான் 25 டே கிளாஸ் எடுத்திருக்கேன் எஸ்டி டே வந்து டிடி சுத்தமா டிடி நான் என்ன நினைச்சேன் இது வந்து கசாம
Yes, sir. We'll start. 10 minutes are over, no? Online students, the flow is clear, audio clear. Required more volume, required furthermore. Yes, just unmute and speak with me. The flow is clear.
Yes, sir, it's good.
Good. Yes, my dear friends. Furthermore, referring to you, scope of supply advanced concept now. In the sense, there are issues are there with regard to stock options, with regard to what we can call stakeholding, this and all. There are circulars in this regard. Yeah. When you talk about interstate movement of vehicles between distinct persons, is a supply, is a question mark. When you talk about head office in Hyderabad, branch office in Bangalore, head office sending their own goods in their own truck to branch office, other state. No doubt, supply of goods, even without consideration, by head office to branch office between distinct persons is a supply. Now, vehicle owned by head office, vehicle also moving to branch office. Such a movement of the vehicle is a supply. Clarification given by CBIC. Interstate movement of vehicles between distinct persons is not a supply, because that goods after delivering at branch place, that vehicle coming back to head office is an instrument which is not a supply. When it is supply, if that vehicle which is owned by head office sent to branch office, where the branch office did any repair, overhauling services to the truck or the vehicle, is a supply of service by the branch to head office. Even without consideration is a supply. Is clear as well. Further, here furthermore points are there. When you talk about principal and agent, where it is when going to cover under schedule 1, agent should act on behalf of his principal independently, meaning assume a scenario is the product owned by the principal given to agent. Agent taken these goods, selling to the customer, and the agent should be in a position to issue a tax invoice in his own name. Is a key factor. Then only covered under the schedule 1. Otherwise, not schedule 1. You get my points? How to understand this? With one example, a practical example which you will appreciate in the given case. You might have been come across by listening or by come across by applying the provision called DCA, Del Creditory Agent. Have you had it? Del Creditory Agent. Who is the agent? Getting the commission for his supply of services. Apart from that, he is providing some extra activities for extra consideration. He is called Del Creditory Agent. Now, a problem of examination oriented nature. I am bringing to notice this crystal clear. The concept of supply of goods by the principal to the agent, where the agent undertaken to supply the goods on behalf of the principal, or otherwise supply of goods by the agent to his principal, where the agent undertaken to receive the goods on behalf of the principal. This concept when covered under schedule 1, when not going to cover under schedule 1 is important point. Why I am telling that much of emphasizing manner? This means if you being an agent covered under schedule 1, hey Mr. Agent, for you registration under GST law section 24 mandatory. You bound to go for registration if you covered under schedule 1 category agent. Otherwise, no matter, no limit is there for registration. Get my point? So, a problem from the workbook question number 3 I am referring, reading on the screen. You just concentrate, my dear. Glow Care Private Limited, a GST registered company in the state of Chhattisgarh, specializes in the manufacturing cosmetic product. The company has appointed Elegant from Pune, who is registered in GST in the state of Maharashtra, and the Del Creditory Agent to facilitate the sale of their product. Del Creditory Agent, Mr. Elegant, issues invoice in his own name. This is a key point. In his own name of the sale of Glow Care Private Limited product, provides a guarantee for payment realization from customers to Glow Care Private Limited to ensure timely payment collection from customer. He offers short-term transaction-based loan and charges interest for the same. This is extra activity of a Del Creditory Agent. Otherwise, is agent only. Further, transaction details. Elegant provides the following details: transaction conducted during the month of March 2025. Outward supply, goods sold by Elegant in his DCA capacity. Intrastate transaction, 12 lakh 80 rupees. Interest earned from customers for short-term credit facilities provided to ensure timely payment of dues. Intrastate transaction, 20,000. Commission bill raised from them for supply of services on Glow Care Private Limited for DCA interstate supply, transaction value 1,30,000, commission charges. Inward supply, interstate supply of goods received from the Glow Care Private Limited being DCA, no consideration was paid. Value as per section 15, valuation 12 lakh rupees, open market value. Received the training in marketing and distribution from Glow Care Private Limited as a DCA agreement free of cost. The company charges 85,500 rupees for training offered to others. The applicable rate of tax for both inward and outward supply are as follows. CGST is 9% each interstate, IGST 18% on interstate. The amount provided above are exclusive of the taxes wherever applicable. It is assumed that all necessary conditions for availing input tax refund is availed or met. Calculate the gross liability and net GST liability of Elegant for the month of March 2025. Elegant, where is he? He is our client. Elegant is an examination question. CA exam question it is. When we talk about Elegant is our client, what is outward supplies? He supplied for 12 lakh 80,000 rupees of the goods and also giving loan to repay in time and collecting the interest. Now, this is not a loan transaction. It is a transaction of sale of goods, often loan also. Now, loan kutre to buy the goods and repay with the interest. That interest is attract the GST. It is not supply excludes. It is not exempt nature because there are two supplies. One is supply of goods. Other one is giving the loan. If you say mixed supply, highest rate of GST will apply. Get my point? The rate of GST apply for what? Supply of goods. What rate of GST apply? Goods 18%. Means 9% CGST, 9% SGST will apply. CGST and SGST on what value? On 12 lakh 8 rupees plus 20,000 interest. Together is the value of supply, which is 13 lakhs. Composite supply you take 13 lakhs. 13 lakhs CGST 9%. How much comes here? CGST SGST 1 lakh 117 CGST and 117,000. Just any difficulty? Then coming to this, commission means he is acting as a service provider. Charged to the principal commission. How much? 1 lakh 30. He is from which state? He is from the state of Elegant from Pune, Maharashtra. Then is Glocare, Chhattisgarh. Therefore, supply interstate supply. Liable for IGST. What rate IGST apply? 18% on 1 lakh 30,000 is equal to how much IGST? 43,000? 23,400. 23,400 is clear, brother? Any difficulty, Raja? No difficulty. Then coming to inward supply, where the interstate supply of the goods, Glocare Private Limited being a DCA, no consideration was paid. Interstate supply of goods received, meaning what? Principal supply the goods to the agent without charging any consideration. Is it supplier? Yes. Covered under Schedule 1. Supply of goods by the principal to his agent, where the agent undertaken to supply the goods on behalf of principal on his own account. In that case, supply. So, as per rule number 27 of the CGST rules, where we have open market value is the value. Rule number 27, clause A. If that is not there, you can take the rule number 29. Rule number 29 talks about valuation between the principal and agent, where in the hands of the principal, what is the value of supply? Means rule number 28 clause A says open market value. What is open market value here? 12 lakhs. That itself is the value of supply in the hands of the supplier. If the supplier is going to pay the GST and 12 lakh rupees, that is inward supply for the Glocare. See the Elegant is an agent. So can avail ITC? Yes. So the value for the Glocare 12 lakhs on which IGST 18% is equal to how much? 2,16,000 is the outward supply for the principal. It become a inward supply ITC eligible for the recipient. Is clear? You can have ITC. Then company here receives the training, marketing, distribution services from Glocare under DCA agreement free of cost. Is supply of goods, supply of services? supply of services. Are the real parties? No. Are the distributions? No. The principal and agent acting as principal basis. So in that case, they are not the related parties. In that case, schedule 1 not covered. Supply of services for no consideration and not covered under schedule 1. Then not a supply here, not a supply, no consideration, no GST will apply. Is it clear? Thereafter, here we got IGST ITC is 2,16,000. The liability of IGST is here one is 23,400. Thereafter, this one. So IGST credit as per section 49 capital A. First adjust against IGST payment. Excess credit can use for payment of CGST, SGST as you like manner, as you decide proportion. Is clear? If there is a case, the answer in front of you like this. The liability, the input tax credit, you can knock off to pay net liability through electronic cash ledger if any, which is steady under the chapter called as payment of tax. Is clear, my dear friends? Now please come back. Further, advanced concepts. Under the scope of supply. Here I am bringing notice now that what we can call here there is a concept called as co-insurance, reinsurance, and every aware of that seems to be again numeric not required at your level. Yes, it is an excellent problem, Raju. From the material is there. It is a RTP question. Before answering this, I would like to bring your attention on the part of schedule 2. Point number 3. Treatment or process on the goods of the others is known as job work. Always treat as supply of dash service. That is important. Treatment or process on the goods of the others. Now, if a principal supplying the taxable goods on job work basis to the job worker as per section 19 of the CGST, read with section 143 of the CGST Act, not a supply. Principal supplying his goods under job work to a job worker with a job work challan, which is a procedure is there. Intimate to your jurisdiction officer of central tax. Hey, Mr. Officer, I am sending the goods to so and so job worker. Could you permit me to supply the goods under job work? Then supply the goods, not a supply. How long not a supply? Section 143 says that it is not a supply for a period of 1 year from the date of dispatch in the case of the goods other than capital goods. If the goods are in the nature of capital goods for a period of 3 years, not a supply. You get my point, sir? And within that period of 1 year or 3 years, if the goods are manufactured by the job worker, returned back to the job principal, not a supply. And the principal, when going to sell that goods, only supply. Am I right or not? Now, the value of the goods supplied by the principal should include in the value of supply of job worker. That question mark comes into picture. For example, I have supplied these two are raw material as a components I supplied to my job worker, whose worth rupees 2 lakhs. Job worker did his labor and he used his own consumables, materials, and manufactured this product. And he supplied back to me. Job worker did the supply the goods, supply of service. Job work services, which includes cost of labor, cost of consumables, and the profit of the job worker, worth rupees 20,000. This value worth rupees 2 lakhs. You want to add 2 lakh value of the goods in the value of service? Absolutely, you should not do that job. If there is a case, the job worker will get liquidate to pay the GST. For example, you are a practicing chartered accountant. You have purchased BMW car for 2 crores. BMW car, what price you purchase, Raja? For 2 crores. Very good. I am providing automobile service center, Rafi Automobile Service Center. You park your vehicle. Said, hey, Mr. Rafi, could you please do the water wash for this vehicle? Yes, I will do for you, sir. Water wash only, Raja. How much? I said rupees 5,000. Okay, you said. I do the water wash, cleaning. Now, my activity to you, supply of services, supply of goods, sir. Supply of service, because I have carried out activity on the goods of the others. So my job work is supply of service. While cleaning, I use the water. While cleaning, I use some perfumes. While using, I use certain other equipment as a consumables. And my service total value is how much? 5,000. Is the value or 2 crore 5 lakh rupees? Only 5,000. You get my point? That is dangerous. In the hands of the job worker, you should not be charged the entire value of a goods supplied with the principal to the job worker for job work purpose. For the gods should not be added. Is clear? Now, if the job worker receives the goods from the principal supply the goods to job worker, is a supplier, not a supply. Principal supply the goods to job worker for having job work. Is supply? I am asking. It is not a supply. Your vehicle given 2 crore rupees worth of the vehicle today morning you parked here. You given to me and gone for water wash. Next day you are coming and collecting it. Is supply for you? No. Get my point, sir? Then, in that case, a separate invoice required. Principal sending the goods to the job worker required to issue a separate invoice? Not required. It is sufficient to issue challan. As per rule number 55, the challan, job work challan is enough. Apart from that, if it is interstate supply on account of sending the goods on job work basis, irrespective of the value of the goods, you should be generate e-way bill, electronic way bill as per section 68. Read with rule number 138. You get my points. Now please come back. Having these parameters, if I refer this RTP problem, on the face of it you can answer. Now reading. Sudama Industries Limited, registered in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, manufactures plastic pipes for the supplies on job work basis. On 10th January, Plasto manufacturers registered in the state of Himachal Pradesh sent plastic worth rupees 4 lakh and molds worth rupees 50,000 free of cost to Sudama Industries Limited to make plastic pipes. Sudama Industries Limited also use own material as a special type of lamination material for coating the pipes worth rupees 1 lakh in the manufacture of the pipes. It raised an invoice for 2 lakh rupees and as job work charges for making the pipes and returned the manufactured pipe through challan to Plasto manufacturers on 20th October. The same quality and quantity of the plastic pipes as was made for Plasto manufacturers were made by Sudama Industries from its own raw material and sold to solid pipes registered in the state of Jammu and Kashmir for rupees 7,50,000 on 20th October. Examine the scenarios offered for your views on the following issues with reference to the provisions relating to job work under this particular GST law. 1. Is there any difference between the manufactured plastic pipes by Sudama Industries for plastos and for solid pipes? There are two. One is Plasto manufactures separate his molds and dies to have a pipes, and solid pipes buying the goods from the Sudama. Now, is there any difference between these two? Yes. When plastic pipes after manufacture supply to Plasto manufacturers is supply of service. Using the own material, supply the material to solid pipes, supply of goods. Yes, there is a difference. Further, whether Sudama Industries can issue own material, can use own material on his own account on manufacturing of the plastic pipes and job workers? Yes, the job worker can use his own material as a consumables while providing output service. Yes. Point number 3. Whether sending the plastic and molds to Sudama Industries Limited Plasto manufacturer is required to supply a tax invoice? No. Principal not required to show tax invoice because not a supply. When the goods are made available to job worker. It's clear, my friends. Further, point number 4. Whether Sudama Industries should include the value of free of cost of material supplied by Plasto manufacturing job worker? No. 2 crores worth of the BMW car value should be added in the value of the job work charges of water washing rupees 5,000. I'm asking you, supplied material by principal to his job worker. If so, the value of material supplied by the principal to job worker, that value should be added in the value of job work charges? No. Whether Sudama Industries should include the value of free of cost plastic supplied by plasto manufacturers in his job work charges. Principal supply the molds and dies to job worker. Job worker when charges the job work charges, is it includes the cost of the pipes supplied by the job worker, the principal? No. Be careful. Understand this, sir? Is a solution RTP question one can easily answer in the examination point of view. Coming to the standard circulars now. Here, securities, shares. What do you mean this? This circular 196 circular says that they have issued securities neither goods nor services. Now, in the given case, holding shares in subsidiary company. Now, holding company purchase the shares from subsidiary company, holding the shares of subsidiary company. Such a holding of shares where the shares supplied by the subsidiary company to its holding company for consideration is supplier. Transaction in security is supplier, not a supply, because the term goods does not include securities. The term service does not include securities. Securities is neither goods nor services, not a supply. Is clear, my dear friends? Further, tax liability, one more circular. Loan by an overseas affiliate to its Indian affiliate or by person to a real persons. What do you mean this? How to understand this? Here, the entire process I brought to notice one particular diagrammatic presentation. Holding company or a parent company giving the loan to its related companies. Interest-free loan. No interest. They are the related parties. Even though no consideration is a supplier, question mark. First of all, if there is a supply, then whether it covered under schedule 1 or not, don't refer. A supply should be there, Raja. A supply for consideration. A supply for no consideration. A supply taken place for no consideration, then refer schedule 1. Covered is a supply. The transaction itself is not a supply. Then, because of the parties are related parties, you cannot invite the schedule 1. You get my point, sir? Therefore, loan grant by parent company to its related company is supplier. Is a transaction money, neither goods nor service, not a supply. Such a transaction without consideration, therefore, schedule 1 I want to apply is applicable? No. As a result, loan given by parent company to related companies with the free of interest, not a supply, GST not apply. However, parent company charging administrative charges, handling charges. You get my point, sir? That will attract this GST. You get my point, say handling charges or administrative charges, some extra charges charging. That means no, like this. Transactions in securities, not a supply. Transactions relating to securities, supply. What do you mean that? Stockbroker services, stockbroker commission is chargeable. underwriting commission taxable in relation to securities, but not with securities. Further, my dear friends, you look here. ESOPs, employee stock options, or ESPPs, employee stock purchase plans, RSU, restricted stock unit. You know RSU means what? Anybody can tell me? RSU means restricted stock unit. Means what? Is a locking period. Employee, we are giving to you at a reasonable price, very nominal price, but you should not sell the shares for a period of 1 year, 2 years. Locking period. Such a shares are offered by employer to employees. Restricted stock unit. So like that, the shares offered by a corporate company, being a holding company, to its subsidiary company employees, where subsidiary company is making the payment for the allotment of the shares. Generally speaks, these and all you tell me, bruh, as a chartered accountant, semi-qualified, you tell me, employee stock option you take. Is it given to employees on account of their sweat in lieu of consideration, correct? Which is taxable under the head dash. Head salary. As a perquisite, Raja, remuneration only, it is a form part remuneration. So what is taxable under the head salary under section 15 of the Income Tax Act, which is not going to be taxed on GST law, is the concept. Now in this process, what happened? Employer company not providing the shares. I am the subsidiary company, Indian company. You are a holding company, Hong Kong. You are my holding company. You are holding with me in my shares 60%. Now, my employees are working hard to retain my employees. I said, ESOPs I'm giving, employee stock option I am providing. Whose company? No, our parent company shares I will provide. Then ask, as a subsidiary company, ask, Aya holding company, Hong Kong company, can you please allot your shares to our employees, because we are working for you people only. Then okay, they said, okay, in that case, the face value of per share is 100 rupees, Indian rupees, 100 rupees. Cost to cost basis is almost a 6 crores. Cost to cost basis. You please remit the amount to us, we allot the shares to your employees. Now, subsidiary company in India, very happy, paid 6 crores to parent company. And the parent company allotted the shares to subsidiary company employees. Now, is it import of services? Location of supply outside India, recipient in India, pay suppliers in India, is import of service? Under the GST, a question mark. Now the transaction here referred what? What is the allotment? Shares. Transaction of securities, neither goods nor services. Then coming to import of services. In the given case, allotment of shares even to the subsidiary company employees by the parent company, as if it is not a supply. Circular said, not a supply. As a result, the import of service does not arise. Liability under RCM not takes place. Is clear, sir? This is what the circular of this talks about. Further, now I want to bring to a notice Schedule 2 transaction, one of the tricky issue. Schedule 2 transaction, one of the tricky issue. What is the tricky issue here, sir? Doubt now, you can take the mic, my dear, and speak. Ma. Now, okay, online kile. Second one, just press pannunga. Just press once. Yes. Please speak, my dear.
Sir, you told that taxability of ESOP, parent company to hold parent company to subsidiary company. If suppose the parent company asks commission, extra commission.
Excellent. Hats off to your answer, for which I am bringing a numeric problem. You just asked out. I am here to come out with the numeric example. Is clear? Your point I am answering now is as follows. Well, the point is excellent point. which I am presenting as a numeric example with regard to ESOPs and all,
Okay, sir.
is as follows now. A question is available with us. In our material workbook it is. Question number 14. Neotech Innovations Private Limited, a technology services company based in Bangalore in India, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Neotech Global Incorporation headquarters in California, USA. In the financial year 25-26, Neotech Innovations implemented an employee stock benefit program for its key Indian employees, facilitated by its foreign holding company through the following schemes: ESOPs, 50 employees, restricted stock options worth rupees 4 crore, market value allotting. Employee stock purchase plan ESPP, 30 employees worth rupees 1 crore 20 lakhs to the payroll employees. Restricted stock unit, 20 employees received RSUs valued 80 lakhs worth with a 2 years vesting period, lock-in period. Neotech Innovations reimbursed 6 crores to Neotech Global Incorporation on dash cost to cost basis without any markup. Is it clear, bro? Then, however, Neotech Global Incorporation separately charged 5 lakhs as a facilitation fees in your question commission, which is a facilitation fees for administrative services related to structuring and allocating these employees stock benefit. You are required to examine: 1. Examine whether the allotment of the ESOPs and ESPP RSUs by Neotech Global Incorporation to employees attack GST? No, because neither goods nor services. 2. Discuss whether GST is applicable on the reimbursement of the shares cost to cost basis. Cost to cost basis is a pure agent nature, which is a neither supply of goods nor supply of services by supplier. So, New India not liable to pay any GST because cost to cost basis. Coming to the point number C, come to the GST liability by, if any, on 5 lakh rupees facilitation charges. Facilitation charges, in your case, commission. In some other case, processing fees. Some other case, admission charges. Whatever name you called. Is it attack GST? Yes, will attack the GST. What rate applicable? The rate is here 18% by default. Is clear? Summary directly to my below students at final level, not required to have detailed study. My semi-qualified best brains of India sitting in front of me. Therefore, here, first case, cost to cost basis, treat as securities, neither goods nor services. Thereafter, reimbursement cost to cost, not a markup, not a supply. Markup is then a concession will come, Raja, which is not a pure agent basis. You get my point, sir? That is markup is then a consideration. See, இந்த மாதிரி பார்த்துக்கோங்கம்மா. இப்போ சிம்பிள் ராஜா பாருங்க. ஒரு qualified CA. I am your client. My name is Bharadwaj. Your name is practicing CA. I am your client. You call me over phone. Sir, in the மாசம் TDS is required to pay worth rupees 25 lakhs. Then I said, sir, you please make the payment. I will make it to you because I am your client only, na? I am a best friend of yours, na? You said, don't worry. 25 lakh rupees, I am making the payment from my account. By next month, you have to pay. I will pay, sir. I promise to pay, sir. As a businessman, I said, my idol, from his pocket, paid how much? 25 lakhs. Now, I am paying to him how much? 25 lakhs. Cost to cost basis. If I pay 25 lakh rupees to my auditor, for which he paid on behalf of my TDS amount to income tax department, is a supply for auditor? Is a cost to cost basis. As simple as that. For doing that, you charge 5 lakh rupees fees. This is attack GST. Get my point, sir? come back. Is the way in which I understand further. A simple point I would like to bring to notice. There is a circular of the CBIC with regard to tolerating an act or a situation or to do an act. Tolerating an act or a situation or to do an act is a supply of service. If is a contract exists for tolerating act, as per the contract, I will tolerate your act, you pay some amount to me for that. Such a contract exists is a consideration. Otherwise, a mere flow of amount, merely flow of payment is not a consideration. Payment with reciprocity is equal to consideration. What do you mean by reciprocity? Exchange the things mutual benefit. You pay something to me, I will do something for you. It's called reciprocity. Just only payment is given. Your grandpa is giving you 1 lakh rupee payment. Go and study, final, complete this attempt. Expect anything in return from you? No, it's only a payment, not a consideration. You are paying the fees to Bharatwaj Institute for attending the class. For example, I'm telling you, with expectation, sir, please teach me nicely, and with my expectation, clarify all my doubts. In such a manner, I want to qualify. With that expectation, only you pay the fees or not. That is called reciprocity. Such a fees is such a payment made by you is not a payment, is a consideration. Then having this, tolerating an act or a situation or to do an act, if it is as per the existing contract, then is a supply, consideration is there. If not an existing contract, simply make the payment is only a payment. One example, Raja. I am riding the bike, 350cc bike I am riding. One old man going on this roadside. This rider, without riding properly, hit that old man. He fell down. Immediately this fellow stopped that bike and took him to the hospital, and there is small injury on the knee, and immediately spent rupees 50,000 to make everything suitable and a healthy manner, and also paid rupees 20,000 as his expenditure for further. So totally I paid 70,000 to gentleman. Yeah, tappa maninching. I mistakenly hitted you. I should not have been done. So please excuse me, forgive me. He told, okay, your gentleman seems to be, you taken me hospital and you have been paid all hospital expenditure. I accept it. I forgive you. So he told the act. I paid how much to him? 70,000. It is only a payment. There is no existing contract between me and him. You hit me, you paid so much, I will agree for that. You get my point, sir? Such a type of payments cannot be considered as a consideration. Now, this a layman example I am going to bring to notice a professional manner. My name is Jindal and Company. I got a license from the government of India to extract the coal from the coal mine. I paid license fee 5 crores, which is 5 years license. Is clear? I got a license from the government for 5 crores by payment, license for 5 years to extract the coal, natural resources. 1 year extracted. Second year, government said, hey, Mr. Jindal, I am cancelling your contract. Apriya, sir, I invest so much of my manpower, labor, machineries in the quarry, in the mining place. Then within 1 year, if you cancel my loss, sir, give me compensation, sir. Hey, no compensation, go. No compensation. Where is the contract? Contract not containing any compensation to pay. Go. Said by government. Then where I can go? Court. I want justice. Supreme Court of India said in one case, by going through that particular facts, there is no existing contract to pay the compensation in case of breach of contract. But as per the Coal Mine Act, there is a breach. The person who committed the breach should pay the compensation of the person. Therefore, hey government, you have to pay the compensation to Jindal Company. Then compensation paid, crores of rupees compensation paid. Department looking, hey, Jindal company, you got compensation pay the GST. Jindal company said, it is not a consideration, sir. Huh? Tolerating an act. Tolerating an act. Where is the contract containing this particular clause? Is only payment, not a consideration, said by circular CBIC. It is not a compensation, not a consideration, because it is not an existing contract to get the compensation. You get my point, sir? Then, if it is an existing contract, then tolerating an act then is a consideration. What do you mean this? One example. You are practicing CA. I am an industrialist. I call Wolfman, sir, I want to discuss some tax matters with you, sir. Can you give your appointment? You said, next month, October 1st, I am free. You come 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 1 a.m. 1 p.m. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will allot to you for 3 or 4 hours. But you have to pay 1 lakh rupee for the consultation. If you not turn up, entire amount will forfeit. Again, you have to book slot by paying 1 lakh rupee. Is working only come because my time is precious. You said, I agreed. As per terms of contract, I bound to attend, for which I have to pay 1 lakh. If I not attend, 1 lakh will be forfeit by the supplier. Is agreed. Exactly in 1st of October, I got a offer from overseas buyer. He asked me to come and meet immediately. My one of the premier buyer. Sir, I could not able to come on 1st of October, sir. You said, no problem, go attend your buyer place. Then I went to my buyer place outside India, but I could not able to attend your office. Now, you forfeit the amount. This forfeited amount is what? My act, not attending the meeting. You tolerated. You being an auditor, you agreed, I will tolerate your act, for which you have to pay compensation 1 lakh. You have been tolerated, is an existing contract. Then is a consideration for you. You will able to pay GST for that. As an auditor, on 1 lakh you have to pay GST. Forfeit amount. Consideration section 2, subsection 31 defines consideration includes forfeited value. Is clearer now. What is not a consideration? Jindal company got a compensation from the government through court order where the contract does not containing payment of consideration. It is not a consideration, it is only a payment. Get my point, sir? Now, I refer all these cases for tolerating an act, for tolerating a situation or to do an act. Obligation to agree for tolerating an act or a situation or an act. Now, I will refer one important point from this area, Raja. Definitely one can expect in the examination. Sir, my name is SBI banker. You are my customer. You open the bank account. I given a checkbook to you. I said, Parpa, if you issue the check to your vendors, if the check present here, there must be sufficient balance. On account of non-having sufficient balance, your check gets bounced. I will charge penal charges for check bounce. You get my point? You agree? Agreed. You issue the check for 5 lakhs, amount only 5,000 in the bank, check got bounced. Now banker charging 250 rupees check cancellation charges, bounce charges, check bounce charges, 250 rupees banker charge. Whether the banker is liable to pay GST on rupees 250 check bounce charge. Is it tolerating an act or a situation or a act or not for tolerating an act? Again, I'm telling you, for tolerating an act, for tolerating a situation, for doing an act, for doing an act, for tolerating an act, for tolerating a particular situation is supply of service. If the agreement exists. Now, this check bounce charges is a consideration? No, not a consideration. CBIC circular is what they said. No, in the given case, my dear, check bounce charges not for tolerating an act, not for tolerating, different from tolerating an act. Tolerating an act only supply of service. Not for tolerating an act is not a supply of service. Resultantly not a service. Not attract GST. Circulars are there for this. Likewise, you as a qualified chartered accountant got an employment through campus interview in MNC company. I said, yeah, what a merit, 99 marks in IDT. You are my finance manager. Tell me how much salary you want. You said 5 lakh rupees per month. Okay, sir, I will pay. But with one condition, sir. You must be with my company for at least 5 years. If not, then I will charge you compensation. You have to pay to me breaching of the contract. It must be bond paper. You have to agree in bond paper. I will work with 5 years from that appointment with so and so company. Then only I will give the appointment. You said no problem. I will give the bond paper. So in the bond paper you given to me writing saying that I will work with you for 5 years minimum. Monthly salary how much? 5 lakh rupees. 1 year good, whole good over. Second year you got an excellent offer from other company. They are offering 15 lakhs per month. 15 lakhs per month. This fellow bond paper given how much? For 5 years. How much compensation this fellow asking? 50% should be written back. 50% for 1 year. 5 lakhs per year, per month. For 12 months, 60 lakhs. How much supposed to pay? 30 lakhs. That 30 lakhs I can earn within 2 months here. 15 lakhs per month, no. In the other company, okay. Hey, Mr. Employer, I am leaving the organization. Yeah, Sonnani, I told you not to go to sir, 15 lakhs giving, sir. Who will leave, sir, that? Therefore, I am going by leaving this employment. You want compensation, take it. How much? I drawn 5 lakhs per month, 50% should be returned back. 12 months I drawn 60 lakhs. 50%, 30 lakhs. Take it, check. You given the check to me 30 lakhs and gone. Now, have I tolerated this act or not tolerated act? Not tolerated an act. Therefore, not a supply. Such a payment made by you to me, not a supply, not attract GST. Compensation on that particular 30 lakh rupees, the employer not liable to pay GST. Employer not going to get any benefit out of this. It's only a payment. Get my points? These and all circulars we have here, one can expect in the examination. But cancellation of railway tickets charges will attract GST. Because this existing contract, na? Railway wala says, okay sir, you book the ticket in advance. If you are not able to come, cancel. We will pay, return back to you refund by charging cancellation charges, which is tolerating an act that will attract GST. What rate attract GST? The rate for the main supply. What is applied? The same rate applied for the this cancellation charges. Ticket cancellation charges attract GST. You get my point, sir? Yes, doubt. Hold the mic and tell me, brother. Hold the mic and tell me.
Sir, you told that compensation for breaking the bond, 30 lakhs rupees. Suppose even that is existing contract, no sir. When you joined the company itself, you came to know that that's a contract like this. If I break the bond, I'm only by 30 lakh rupees. But then how can that not be tolerating, sir?
That is non-tolerating an act, and the CBIC given explanation by saying that it is something like there is only a payment, not a consideration, because the employer not getting any benefit by leaving you from the organization. See, I got a payment 30 lakhs, only a payment. In return, nothing is given to you. In return, nothing is given. Payment without reciprocity is equal to what? Payment. Payment with reciprocity is equal to what? Consideration. As long as payment is only a payment, not a consideration, no GST. Payment should be taken mode of dash consideration. Then only attack GST. That step has been taken further. CBIC in this given case. Loudly, sir. 1 minute. I will clarify this point also. Right now, cancellation charges, okay. Fixed capacity. Forfeiture of salary. Forfeiture of salary. The meaning, na? They said here, the employee does not get anything in return from the employer against payment of such amount. Therefore, such amount recovered by the employer are not taxable as consideration for the service of agreeing to tolerate an act or situation. Even I agree to tolerate, but it is not a consideration, it is only payment. In that aspect, it is not taxable. Your point is clear. Any further more point?
ESOP is involved, sir.
Suppose
ESOP is involved.
ESOPs.
So the suppose vesting period is 3 years.
Hmm.
I'm in the company for 3 years, but the lock-in period is 5 years. The bond is for 5 years, but if I work for 3 years, I'll get ESOP. And when I'm quitting the company, will I get the ESOP and I'll go?
See, if you satisfy the conditions for availing the ESOP, you get and go.
You can get and go.
Yeah. If you satisfy the conditions, ESOP's condition, you must be employee in the organization continuously for 3 years. Okay. After 3 years, you are quitting 4th year where the bond is 5 years
5 years. Okay.
to continue. But for getting ESOPs, you are eligible for that. You can
we can claim.
get and go. Does not attack GST.
Okay, thanks.
Further, my dear friends, once you understand these topics, when we talk about if the goods are sent on sale or approval basis, sale or return basis, is supplier? நீங்க சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Yes, until it is purchased or sold, accept to purchase, it is not a sale, correct? Now, in the month of March 2025, 2 crores worth of the goods sent to buyer place on sale or approval basis. Is it supply? I'm asking. Not a supply, not a sale. You won't book in the turnover, correct? Now, if not a turnover, under GST is a supply, not a supply. But such a supply can be called as supply for the supply for the reasons other than supply. Supply for the reasons other than the supply. For supply reasons other than supply, if supply the goods worth rupees more than 50,000 to other state, e-way will be mandatory. Even for the supply, for the reasons other than the supply. Is clear? But the goods should be taxable goods. When the goods sent for on sale or approval basis, not a supply. How long not a supply? How long time of supply not express means for a period of 6 months from the date of dispatch. Within 6 months, the goods came back to the supplier place, is not a supply. If the goods are not came within 6 months from the date of dispatch, then is a deemed supply. When time of supply apply means the first day that occurs after expiry of 6 months from the date of dispatch is the time of supply. The supply liable to pay GST. Is clear, my reference? Likewise, if the goods sent for exhibition, the goods sent to a particular what we called a particular theater place to sell, I supply 100 units. That exhibition wall sold 20 units. What is the supply? 20 units. The balance 80 units will come back to my place. Like that, the goods are sent to outside India for exhibition, ensuring that the goods should come back within 6 months from the date of export. If so, it is neither export nor import of goods. On export, no export incentive. On import, no import duty. Get my point, sir? Is an interesting one, Raja. I issue the invoice, tax invoice as a vendor, but unfortunate, I have not supplied the goods. I issue the tax invoice for my supply of services, unfortunate, actual supply of service not supplied. But invoice only raised, goods or service not supplied. Is it supply? Question mark. This has been clarified in the circular saying that the GST apply only on supply of goods or supply of services or both. If there is no actual supply of goods, there is no actual supply of services, the GST is not going to apply just because of tax invoice issued. Tax invoice is not an invoice to pay the GST in the given case. That means to say that supplier not liable to pay GST, he issued only a tax invoice but not issued the goods or services. In that case, not a supply, supplier not liable to pay GST. In that case, rule number 46 says that a supplier should issue the invoice for the supply of goods or services. If you, section 122 says that if invoice issued, goods not supplied, invoice issued, service not supplied is an offense. Liable to pay penalty under section 122. That alone attract. If supply the goods, if supply the invoice, not supply the goods or services, for a supplier, it is not a supply. Not a supply. No tax liability arises. If and if what will apply? Penalty will apply. Interest also won't apply. Interest might not apply. If no tax, no interest. Got the clarity? Any difficulty in the given case, my dear sir? No difficulty. So, with this, furthermore presenting circulars, these are all the areas where the examiner will concentrate in the examination. MCQs, especially 30 marks question will come. Mandatorily, you have to answer correctly. No claim bonus, you are aware of that. What do you mean by no claim bonus? You have not claimed any compensation for the past few years for which you pay the premium. In that case, company, insurance company, appreciating, what a good person you are. Not at all claimed any compensation, regularly paying the premium. So you are eligible now, the no claim bonus. Every month you are paying how much? 1 lakh rupee premium. Every year, how much you paying it? 1 lakh. So now you got a no claim bonus of 10,000. We will pay to you 10,000. You pay 1 lakh rupee to us. It is sufficient to pay 90,000 rupees. In that case, such a no claim bonus is a consideration of a question mark, is a discount. Is a discount. If that is the case, this discount, allowable discount, when we made agreement, if the insurer, this insured amount, insured person not claimed insurance compensation for the past 3 years, then he is entitled to claim 10,000 bonus, which is very clearly there at the time of execution of a contract. Therefore, allowable discount under section 15 sub 3. Therefore, in the hands of the insurance company, if they collected net of no claim bonus, premium 1 lakh, no claim bonus 10,000, only 90,000 collected. What is the value of supply? 90,000, on which liable to pay GST. Not enter 1 lakh. A latest circular, Raja. An excellent one. This circular, there in our material, this is what we can call as a circular institute material, amendment material. Here it is there. Is a PPI, prepaid instrument, prepaid instrument. PPI na prepaid instrument, which is like no vouchers. We call prepaid instrument. Actually, what is it is, and I will refer to you right now. think it is there in your thing here. This circular PPI, yes. Time of supply, they brought into account PPI. Clarification from the institute material. I will tell you the story of this. You will understand this. Listen to me. You people attend the class, Rafi sir class. Almost all the classes I attend without any missing classes. Excellent manner. You gather the information. You wrote the examination, passed the exam, highest marks in IDT. You got now 98 marks in IDT. You very much feel happy. Rafi sir, free of cost, morning 10 to 4. Because I laid down my life for classes, my dear. Free or consideration makes no difference for me. With the almighty grace, with folding hands, by paying highest amount of taxes, Rafi Academy has been earned so much where we can live without any further earnings further to generation. With my beloved students' support, Rafi Academy, one of the highest taxpayer, received the best award from the CBDT. But my life laden for the classes. Many of them used to come and call, sir, you come and contest for a central council member or regional council member. Contest. Yeah. My students, many of them, one person sometimes before, one Mr. Rafi, who's a CA Rafi, other person who's senior than me, he contested the regional council. And many of, sir, I'm a student, sir, like that he got a reply. Then he came to know who is Rafi taking the IIT classes. Want to see? The gentleman came to my house by getting my address. Sir, whenever I call, people are telling, yeah, Rafi sir, IIT faculty only, sir. I will be definitely cast the vote to you, sir. Like that telling, sir. I want to see personally. I came to your place here, sir. I'm really very happy to note. So, but I am the person laid down my life for the further also. Only teaching. Even practice also won't like. Practice is there for me, but I more feel happy to take the classes. Now come back. So I took the class for you people. You qualified with the highest marks in IDT. Now you want to give the gift to Rafi sir. Want to give the watch. Rafi sir already having the Apple watch. Want to give the phone. Rafi sir already having the phone. Apple phone. Apple phone. Then cloth he has. Shoe he has. Whatever you think to give gift, he has. So, eppadi gift kudukano? Fine, how to give the gift? Let us give some money to him. Let us he decide to purchase. But money currency kudukuda. Sorry, yeah. So, want to give a gift voucher. There are shops are available. You are aware of that? In the market, gift voucher selling shops are there. Those selling shops broadly two types. Authorized by the Reserve Bank of India shops. Other one is the gift shops, gift voucher selling shops, selling independently without any authorization from the Reserve Bank of India. There are two groups. Listen to me. A particular authorized shopkeeper who is authorized by Reserve Bank of India permit to sell vouchers, gift vouchers, two modes. One is online mode, other one is the printed mode. That means what? You have purchased from them worth 5,000 voucher from a authorized Reserve Bank of India person shop. Gift voucher 5,000 rupees worth you purchase by paying 4,500. By paying how much? 4,500. This was the benefit, na? And the person who holding the voucher can be redeemed in the given respective shops where they are accepting this voucher is equal to money. Using the word equal to money, a money instrument. Then you given to me that rupees 5,000 voucher. I went to Adidas showroom. I purchased one particular rain jacket, coat, worth rupees 6,000. I have the voucher how much? I given 5,000 rupees voucher and 1,000 rupees currency. He accepted. That means this voucher is as par with dash money. So transaction money. As a result, the seller who is authorized by the Reserve Bank of India selling the vouchers is a money transaction. Money neither goods nor service. Resultantly, look here, voucher is supplied by Reserve Bank of India recognized person is a transit money. Therefore, no GST. Is clear? Now, come to other group. The other group shopkeepers not having license from Reserve Bank of India, but they are having the contacts. They are having the Sony shop, Reliance shop, Chroma shop, where those shops are accepting my vouchers as equal to money. Get my point, sir? Now, careful listen, brother, here. Each voucher worth rupees 500. 100 vouchers purchased by Bharatwaj Institute. At what price? At 450 rupees. You get my point, sir? The voucher sold by the voucher shopkeeper not authorized by the Reserve Bank of India worth 500 rupees voucher at 450, like that 100 vouchers Bharatwaj purchase. Is clear? This supply made by the shopkeeper not a money transaction because not authorized by Reserve Bank of India, but it is to be treated as actionable claim set by CBIC. As a result, that shopkeeper sold the voucher at 450 worth 500 voucher, 100 vouchers is actionable claims, neither goods nor service. Supply excludes. So, not liable to pay GST. Now, who has the vouchers, sir? Bharatwaj. Each 500 rupees voucher, they purchase for 450. How much they have? How much they have? 100 vouchers they have. Is clear? Now, these vouchers Bharatwaj Institute want to sell. They sold these vouchers, for example, to, let us say, TCS company with a profit margin of 25 rupees per voucher, sold for 475 rupees. 475 rupees. They purchased for 450, they sold for 475. They got margin per voucher how much? Whether it attract GST in the hands of the Bharatwaj Institute. Also, no. Profit margin on the actionable claim, no GST attract. Set by, see, distributor sells on own account with a profit margin, not a supply. Is clear, sir? Now, who has the vouchers? TCS. 100 vouchers, each how much? 475 per voucher. So, the margin earned by the Bharatwaj, circular said no GST on the margin. No GST on margin. I will show you for your kind consideration. See here, what would be the GST bit transaction in vouchers by sub-distributor, agent, etc. Here they said where the voucher distributed through distributors, sub-distributors, sub-dealers, principal to principal basis, earning the margin. In that case, here, in case distributor, here end users through trading margin, which is a difference between the acquisition cost and selling cost. In that case, here they said the dealers own vouchers and operates at full control over the process to finalize the vouchers end users. So, accordingly, such trading vouchers would not be liable to GST. trading in watches, trading in actionable claims, which is supply excludes. No, no, supply excludes. I am trading with that, not a supply. Now TCS company purchased 100 watches at 475 rupees. Is clear? Profit margin earned by 25 rupees per voucher by Bharat Institute not taxable. So sold for 100 watches, 475 rupees. 100 watches, 47,500 is not taxable in the hands of Bharatwaj Institute. Now TCS company holding the watches at what price? 475. That watches TCS company given to their employees. To their employees. For example, they sold for 490 rupees per voucher. How much? 490 rupees per voucher. Not a gift. They sold 490 rupees per voucher. What is the voucher value? 500. Margin how much? 15 rupees margin. Are they eligible for the GST liability tax? No. Same. Bharatwaj Institute not liable to pay GST and margin. TCS also not liable to pay GST and margin. Now vouchers hold by whom? TCS company employees. At what price they purchase? 490. Is clear? Now the face value of the voucher how much? 500. With that they came to Chroma shop. Chroma, Tata. They purchased, one of the employee purchased rupees 2000 rupees worth of the product and given the voucher, one voucher, 500, and balance 1500 rupees given. Here, in the hands of the vendor who sell the product, attract the GST on what value? On the entire value, 1500 plus the voucher 500 is given. No? The value of supply how much in the hands of the vendor? 2000. Though the buyer paid 1500 rupees cash, voucher is rupees 500. So at the end point, when the voucher got redeemed, is a time of supply. You are aware of it? Voucher has been issued for any product or service to redeem in future. Time of supply postponed to date of redemption. Is clear as well? Now, in the hands of the TCS company, out of 100 vouchers, 40 vouchers unsold. 40 vouchers unsold. At the end of the period, expiry of the voucher taken place. If expiry of voucher taken place, it has not got redeemed. Before redemption, expiry taken place. Is a supplier? No. Unless actual redemption, not a supplier. Got the point? This has been simplified in the material which I have given to you. It is there. See here. Distributor earns commission. What is this commission? Again, I am telling you. Sir, TCS company, the Bharatwaj Institute purchased the vouchers at 450 rupees per voucher. Bharatwaj Institute has these vouchers. How the TCS company come to know? There must be promotion. Therefore, Bharatwaj Institute appointed me. Mohd Rafi, can you make promotion? I will pay the commission to you. I am very happy. I got a TCS as a buyer. They sold the entire vouchers. They paid the commission to me, rupees 10,000. Will attract GST. That's what this. Thereafter, marketing, branding, supporting will attract GST. Unredeemed vouchers means not redeemed. Expiry taken place. No GST. This was a circular of CBIC which is available in our September 25 amendments material applicable for CA final in the given case is here. A very big circular it is. It runs now how many pages? See from here, here 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4th page, 5th page, 6 pages. 6 pages, Raja. 6 pages I summed up into one particular half of the page. Just look at it, but you have to listen once before reading this. Got the clarity? Any difficulty? Then I think I have covered the scope of supply to the maximum extent, seems to be. Yes. Composite mixed plaza covered. Then we will go for break for 1 hour, 1 to 2 breaks, sir. Then 2 to 4 again class, sir. 2 to 4 I am going to take up very important topic without which the question nowadays is not printing, called as reverse charge mechanism. There are some amendments followed by composition scheme, namely section 10, 9, section 9, section 3 and section 9, section 5. There is RCM applicable. I will refer. And there is a, you are aware of that or not, I do not know. Institute said, CA Institute, for September 25 examination, these are the topics excluded from the exam point of view. We are aware that or not? No, I do not know. I will show you the slide also. CA Institute uploaded in the website by saying that, hey, Mr. CA final students, paper number 5, indirect tax laws, the following topics not applicable for the September 25 examination. By keeping that in mind, you have to study. Otherwise, overload. I will show you that I will take up to you. So, I am going to take up after post lunch the section 9, section 3 and 5, reverse charge mechanism. Amendments are there. Thereafter, we too have, my dear, composition scheme, section 10. Here also amendments are there. Mind blowing amendments are there in section 9, which I will refer to you after having the lunch break of 1 hour from now. Again, we are going to meet at 2 p.m. Thank you, my dear friends. See you at 2 p.m.